Students, I'd like to show you how I'm playing the beginning of this song, Vinmeen Vithaiyil. But before I show you what you just watched, which is a guitar adaptation of the piano part, that I'd like to show you a couple easier ways you can play it on guitar. Well, you have the melody, let us call it a melody if you like, which is something like this, E, D, D, C sharp, D, D, E, D, D, C sharp, D, D, okay? Now, of course, you can play those notes in different places, E, D, and C sharp on the 5th string, perhaps. And then, in the upper voices of the piano part, we have these two notes, probably an octave higher on the piano, which are E and B. So, as long as we can create many different nice, easier ways to play this on guitar, such as, for example, here I am playing off your familiar E power chord shape. I'm going to use my pinky instead, you will see why. So we go E, D, D, C, D. Of course, you can add some finger picking to that. I will put the 4th finger on the 3rd string at the 9th fret, so that's adding another E note there. And I will put the C sharp note now on the 6th string at the 9th fret, so we can play something like this, which suits the guitar much easier than what you previously watched a moment ago. Or any other sort of combination of the moving, as we called it, the melody, E, D, C sharp, and D. And now I have the open E string and the open B string acting as the filling in the arpeggio between the moving melody. So that would be a much easier way to play this thing on guitar. Now let's go to the next part of the video and study the nice, fancy, beautiful imitation of the piano part. Now let's study how to adapt the piano player's part to guitar. Well, let's get to our starting position of A on the 1st string, M on the 2nd string, I on the 3rd string. Now, the thumb has the job of playing 2 different notes in this song. It could play the 5th string or it might play the 4th string. So when I say A, I mean 1st string. When I say M, I will for sure mean 2nd string. And when I say I, it means 3rd string. When we talk about P, we will have to say whether we are playing the 5th string or the 4th string. So to begin with measure 1, first of all, I'm leaving out all of the left hand. We're just looking at the right hand now, okay? This makes it easy for learning and training. So let's begin with the thumb on the 5th string and play P, and then we have to play M, A, M. So beat 1 is 1 E enda, or P, M, A, M. P, M, A, M. Now beat 2 is I, M, P, I. Now the important thing is you notice that the thumb has now moved to the 4th string. So beat 2 is I, M, P, I. Now beat 3, A, M, I, M. A, M, I, M. That's beat 3 one more time. A, M, I, M. Now beat 4, P, I, M, I. And I hope you notice the P, or the thumb, is again on the 4th string. So beat 4 was P, I, M, I. Now beats 1 through 4 all together in slow motion, but I want to bring your attention to what P does. So the first bass note played by P is on the 5th string, and then the remaining 2 bass notes played by P are on the 4th string. So I'll count to 4 and I'll do this a couple times. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1 E enda, 2 E enda, taka, di, mi, taka, juno. Okay, now that's how we do the right hand. Now let's learn the left hand. Okay, it's a bit of a stretch and a workout. 4th finger first string 7th fret, second finger 2nd string 5th fret, first finger 3rd string 4th fret. We're not done. We have to put the 3rd finger on the 5th string at the 7th fret. Now, that is the chord. Okay, now the tricky thing, what I want to bring your attention to is that on the initial bass note is this played with the thumb on the 5th string at the 7th fret, and then you will have to let go of that note. You'll have to remove the 3rd finger in order to gain access to the open 4th string. Unless you have super great stretching and arcing fingers, you could do both probably, but that's not happening for me. So I have to let go of it. Okay, so I'm going to play all of measure 1 with both hands in slow motion. And the important thing is you notice that the bass note moves from this fretted note on the 5th string to the open 4th string. Okay, 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E again. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Okay, now measure 2. Look, to make things easy, you can think of measure 2 as exactly the same except for the first bass note. So we have that same chord coming out of measure 1. We were here with the open 4th string. Now what you want to notice is the first finger reaches over and makes a bar in order to gain access to the C sharp on the 4th fret of the 5th string. So I'm going to play measure 1, and what you notice is that the first finger moved from fretting the 3rd string at the 4th fret to making a bar. Okay, and now I will play measure 2, and it begins in this way: 1 E and 2 E. Now the bar must be released in order to get to the open 4th string. So one more time, I will play measure number 2, slow motion. Please notice that the first bass note is a fretted note on the 5th string at the 4th fret, and the next 2 bass notes are the open D string, so we must release the first finger and return it to the previous position, which was on the 3rd string at the 4th fret. So here it comes: 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Okay, so that is how to play imitating the piano part in this piece. So I hope you will take what you have learned in this video, look at the sheet music and tabs, which has all the information, the right hand fingerings, the left hand fingerings. You can find another video of me performing this piece online with some other longer duration, and I've also posted the sheet music with the melody and the lyrics for a longer version of this song for you guys. So have fun and practice well.